Chapter 7. Jehovih said,
Let a sign be given to the inhabitants of the earth, that they may comprehend and hear in the firmament of heaven. For even as I bequeathed to the earth a time for creating the living, and a time for angels to come and partake of the first fruits of mortality and immortality, so shall man at certain times and season receive testimony from my hosts in heaven.
And Jehovih caused the earth and the family of the sun to travel in an orbit, the circuit of which requireth of them 4,700,000 years. And he placed in the line of the orbit, at distances of 3,000 years, i.e., arcs, ethereal lights, the which places, as the earth passeth through, angels from the second heaven, i.e., archangels, come into its corporeal presence. As ambassadors they come, in companies of hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands, and these are called the ethereal hosts of the Most High. Not as single individuals come they, not for a single individual mortal come they. And Jehovih gave this sign to man on earth, which is to say, in the beginning of the light of Danha. The spirits of the newly dead shall have power to take upon themselves the semblance of corporeal bodies, and appear, and talk face to face with mortals. Every 3,000 years gave Jehovih this sign on earth, that those who learned the powers and capacities of such familiar spirits might bear testimony in regard to the origin of man on earth. Jehovih said,
And when it shall come to pass in any of the times of Danha that these signs are manifest, man shall know that the hosts of the Most High come soon after. Let him who will become wise enumerate the great lights of my serpent, for in such times I set aside things that are old, and establish my chosen anew.
In the time of earth, when man was brought forth from mortal to immortal life, the earth passed beyond Semu, and the angels of heaven remained with corporeal man, but not in the semblance of mortals, but as spirits, and by virtue of their presence, strove to make man wise and upright before Jehovih. Upon the earth the number of such angels was millions. To these angels spake Jehovih, saying,
Behold the work ye have taken in hand. It was commanded to you all, to partake of all the fruits of the earth save of the fruit of the tree of life, which is of the knowledge of the earth and heaven, lest ye lose your inheritance in Etheria. Behold, ye now have sons and daughters on the earth. By your love to them are ye become bound spirits of the lower heaven. Until ye redeem them in wisdom and power even to the 6th generation ye shall not again arise and inherit my emancipated heavens. To which end ye shall be co-workers with one another in system and order. In my name shall ye become an organic body and known as the heaven of the earth, or lower heaven, which shall travel with the earth. And I will allot unto you a chief, who is wise in experience in founding heavenly kingdoms. And he shall appoint, from amongst you, officers, and messengers, and ashars, and asaphs, and esenors, and ye shall be numbered and apportioned unto your labor and places like unto my other lower heavens on other worlds. And he who is chief shall be called God of this heaven and the earth, unto his making bestow I them. And God shall have a council and throne within his heavenly city. And the place shall be called Horde, because it is the first kingdom of God in this firmament. And God shall rule on his throne, for it is his, and his council shall rule with him. In my name shall they have dominion over angels and mortals belonging to the earth. And God shall appoint chiefs under him who shall go down and dwell on the earth with mortals. And such chiefs' labor shall be with mortals for their resurrection. And these chiefs shall be called lords, for they are gods of land. That is, a lord is a land god, which is the lowest rank of my commissioned gods. And God and his lords shall have dominion from 200 years to 1,000 or more years, but never more than 3,000 years. According to the regions of Dan, that is, light into which I bring the earth, so shall be the terms of the office of my gods and my lords. And God and his lords shall raise up officers to be their successors. By him and them shall they be appointed and crowned in my name. At the termination of the dominion of my God and his lords they shall gather together in these, my bound heavens, all such angels as have been prepared in wisdom and strength for resurrection to my Etherian kingdoms. And these angels shall be called brides and bridegrooms to Jehovih, for they are mine and in my service. And to God and his lords, with the brides and bridegrooms, will I send down from Etheria ships in the time of Dan. By my Etherian gods and goddesses shall the ships descend to these heavens, and receive God and his lords with the brides and bridegrooms, and carry them up to the exalted regions I have prepared for them. And all such as ascend shall be called a harvest unto me, through my God and lords. And the time of my harvest shall be according to each Dan, which is 200 years, 400 years, 600 years, and 500 years. And these shall be called my lesser cycles, because they are the times of the tables of prophecy which I give unto my servants. But at no other times, nor in any other way, shall my harvests ascend to my emancipated worlds in Etheria. 7 Danes have I created for each and every Danha, and 6 generations of mortals have I given unto each Dan.
The angels understood the commandments of Jehovih according to their knowledge, in the Etherian heavens, being heirs of other planets, and having died in infancy, and having matured in these worlds, but they understood not the Creator according to the practice of the lower heavenly kingdoms. Wherefore their knowledge was incomplete. Jehovih said,
I condemn ye not, because ye have become joint procreators with the Aeshelans. For ye have done 2 services unto me, which are to teach yourselves corporeal things, that ye may understand and sympathize with corporeans, and, secondly, because ye have caused the earth to become peopled with such as are capable of immortality. Behold ye now what shall happen on the earth. Such as are of your flesh and kin who cohabit together shall rise in wisdom and virtue, but such of them as cohabit with the Aeshelans will bring forth heirs in the descending grade of life. The first shall bring forth heirs unto everlasting life, but the second shall bring forth heirs that shall go out in darkness, in the dominion of which matters your God and lords will instruct you, that ye may, by inspiration and otherwise, learn to control the behavior of mortals unto everlasting life. And that these labors be not too severe upon you, I created the Danes and Danhas in the firmament, wherein ye may be relieved from the watch by other angels from other worlds coming to exchange with you. This also do I put upon you, that to rule over mortals to virtue, by your own wills governing them in all things, is contrary to my commandments. For what honour hath any man if made to do a thing? But ye shall give mortals of my light, leaving them to choose. Better is it for them suffer some than to grow up in ignorance of the stings of disobedience. Behold, I make this a willing service on your part, because ye have bound your affections on the earth, to your own kin, ye willingly become guardian angels over mortals. Yet I made not a separate law unto you. As it is with you, so shall it be with the spirits of these mortals when they are born into the S-world. They will also desire to become guardian angels over their mortal kin. But these spirits, never having known my higher heavens, will be unsuitable for the office of Ashars. They would be but the blind leading the blind. To prevent which, God and the Lord shall provide these spirits in the first resurrection with places to dwell in, and with occupations and opportunities for education. For I desire them not to remain bound to the earth, but to rise up and inherit my Etherian kingdoms. And in this also shall ye be discreet in governing them, giving them the light of my heavens with some liberty to choose and to perfect themselves. Otherwise they would only be slaves in heaven, according to their weakness or strength, so shall ye provide for these new spirits entering my world. Therefore such of you as are appointed by my God and my lords as guardians over mortals shall be called Ashars, and ye shall report to your respective lords, according to the section of the earth where ye may be. Of many watches shall be the Ashars. And such of you as are appointed to receive the spirits of the dead into heaven shall be called Asaphs, and ye shall report to your respective lords in their kingdoms. And the Ashars shall make a record of every mortal, of the great of his wisdom and good works. And when a mortal dieth, and his spirit is delivered to the Asaphs, the record shall be delivered with him. And the Asaph, receiving, shall deliver such spirit, with the record into such place in these heavens as is adapted to his grade, where he shall be put to labor and to school, according to the place of the resurrections which I created. As ye shall thus become organic in heaven, with rulers, and teachers, and physicians, and with capitals, and cities, and provinces, and with hospitals, and nurseries, and schools, and factories, even so shall ye ultimately inspire man on the earth to the same things. And mortals that are raised up to dominion over mortals shall be called kings and emperors. As my gods and my lords are called my sons, so shall kings and emperors be called sons of God. Through him shall they be raised up to their places, and given dominion unto my glory.